And Blackjack, we are live. And I'm calling out your name, not letting you get any time to introduce yourself. How you feel about that?
Cold.
Good. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the WWE, what is this, Battleground? I was about to call it something else. Battleground pay-per-view review.
That's ridiculous. This is the Tri-Set Meat pay-per-view. I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's how we're going to start it off?
Yep.
Wait. You did say that, didn't he?
Yeah, I rebooked this whole I rebooked this whole pay-per-view. Repackaged it and everything.
So this is the Tri-Set Match PPV 2015 review.
Mm-hmm.
That probably needs to be a thing.
Yes.
They probably need to do that. The Tri-Set pay-per-view. Tri-Set Meat. I'm sorry. Let me not get this mixed up. But we're here. Blackjack is going to introduce himself as a repackaged brand tonight. So go on ahead and introduce yourself, Blackjack.
Hi.
Whoever you are tonight.
Hi, I am the repackager. I am Blackjack. It's 21 Blackjack on Twitter. Instant Heat Podcast is where you can find me at. That's podbean.com/Instant Heat. Wow. I mean, we've got things to talk about, and then we don't have things to talk about. At least in my opinion. That's just how this pay-per-view felt.
That's how I was going. Like, I was really debating with myself whether or not I should go to sleep or doing a live review was completely out of question in the beginning. And I was really getting to the point where I'm like, man, should I even do like a voice review or what am I going to do?
Right.
And one thing picked up and I said, all right, finally you've given me something to talk about here.
Yeah.
And, I'll do it. Then I was fighting with, all right, is it going to be live or is it going to be, But then they just started effing up and I'm like, all right, let's make it live. Let's make it live. But people, I'm going to let you guys know now, do not expect some strong rant reaction or anything like that. You're not going to get that out of me. I don't know what you're going to get from the repackager, but out of me, you're not going to get much of a rant. It's not going to happen from me.
Nah, I don't have a rant in me. I just have a lot of indifference.
All right, here we go. So, how do we get this started? We're not starting with the pre-show. We're not going to do that.
No, let's not do that to each other. I'd really appreciate it if we didn't.
And we're going to gloss over whatever just is weak. We're going to gloss over it.
It was a match. All we know is that apparently...
no, we're not glossing over that that pre-show, man. We're not doing that at all.
Okay, all right, never mind.
It doesn't exist. It's like SmackDown.
So there was a 5-match card then, pretty much.
And a lot of talking.
No, we got one added on. Sorry. Yeah, 6. Anyway, what did we start off with?
No. Sheamus.
We
had Sheamus and Randy Orton. We can start there. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to find wherever the hell my stream is.
Okay, so, I mean, Sheamus and Randy Orton was a match. Fortunately, for once, they come to St. Louis, and Randy Orton is face.
And allegedly from St. Louis.
No, isn't he from St. Louis, Missouri?
No.
That's always where he's been booked.
That's where he's been booked, but he's not from... That's like Miz being from Hollywood, Florida.
Oh.
Not from fucking Hollywood, Florida.
Where's Orton from? From, like, Tennessee or something? Or
Let me check that out. I forget where it is, but he's Randall Keith Orton.
He was born in Knoxville, Tennessee. Holy shit.
There you go. So, up yours to wherever the hell St. Louis, Missouri is. I don't know why they're no-selling Knoxville, Tennessee, though. Why is that?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I see why. Okay, so here's the deal. So he was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, but he grew up in Missouri because he went to high school in Missouri. So that's why they're saying, okay, St. Louis, Missouri. I mean, come on. If you're from fucking Patterson, New Jersey, they're not going to sit there and be like, they're not going to book you from Patterson, New Jersey, Waza.
Well, let's take a look at Ziggler then. Let's find out why this guy is allegedly from Florida. Sometimes. Let's say sometimes. He's not even there all the time.
Yeah, I don't understand that one either, because I'm looking at his Wikipedia page and it says he was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and he currently resides in Phoenix, Arizona. So who knows why he's
like, where did Florida come from?
The character
looks like it.
The character just looks like he could be from Florida, I guess. I don't fucking know.
All right, that has nothing to do with the match whatsoever.
No,
let's talk about this match a little bit. How'd you feel about it?
You know, it's really funny because I go into every Sheamus Orton match just thinking, all right, I can do other things. That's just how I feel going into them. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna pull up, let me pull up a YouTube video. Let me see what's going on Twitter. What's going on Instagram, Facebook? All right, am I done with all that? This match is still going on? Okay. Shit, I've ran out of things to do. Let me go get food. And I don't know. I just start thinking about other things I could possibly be doing.
Right.
It just is not working for me. It's not. I don't know if it's just them booking
these
him.
Are your thoughts going into the match, or this is your thoughts during?
These are my thoughts during the match. It's just like I wanted to give Sheamus a try, and I understand that in WWE heels are supposed to work slower and their moves are supposed to be a little, but none of his moves that he does really kind of like have a big, like hit with me as like heel moves. They just come off as really slow and draining. Randy Orton hits that quick snap power slam, and he goes and he just
some stuff that instantly turn things around. Like
it's a quick hitter. Like wow, everything Sheamus does feels like a setup. It takes 5 minutes to get into a move. And then he finally hits it, and the match just drags with Sheamus.
So, do you think that that's like the WWE style, that new WWE, not new necessarily?
No, it's not new, yeah.
But what they've been trying to go into, for example, let's say that a specific style ended with a certain era, and WWE decided to implement their style of wrestling and how they want guys to pander to the crowd and how they want, face this camera, do this, work this type of style. After you come out of this move, do this type of thing to, play with the crowd a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think that Sheamus has been manufactured from that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. He just.
Because Orton kind of does it, but Orton also implements his own thing. Like Orton just does what Orton wants to do.
I was gonna tweet this out, but I feel like people would have taken this the wrong way if I did. Orton, there were just moments tonight where I just saw Orton and I just kept saying, I see so much of like The Rock. Whenever like he hits a big move.
All right, explain this one. Let me hear this one.
Like, he'll hit a big move, and then all of a sudden, like, the crowd is just so into him, and he understands how to feed into that crowd and get them to just react and just, like, suck it all in. And then the second he goes into that pose, it's like, bang, and everybody's behind it. They want to see him hit the big move. It's the same thing, like, when The Rock slams you in the middle of that ring. In the middle of the floor.
He panders to the crowd a little. He gives a second to like feel the crowd.
Exactly. He kicks your shoulder, he kicks your arm, and then he
waits.
Yeah, he just and he waves the arms and everybody's into it. It's the same thing with Orton. It's like the second he gets you off that power slam or he hits that DDT and he's just like appealing to the crowd and he just starts feeling it. And then he just hits his hands on the mat. I'm like, this is The Rock.
I'm with you on that, but there is a but here.
There is a but, yeah.
Orton does do that, but a little too much. He does it
at times, yeah.
Not even a little. He does it way too much. He does it damn near after every move.
Yeah.
And if he's not doing that, then he got to he's purposely hawking the crowd up, pounding on the man. Rock doesn't do that. He just genuinely tries to feel it, and then he just goes right back into motion with what he's doing. Orton has to do all of this other stuff, and it's like, come on. See, now we know what's coming. I mean, with The Rock, you knew it was coming, but it kind of feels like from the time Orton takes that first moment to feel the crowd, like the next 5 moves that's coming.
Yeah.
And it's, that's more of the manufacturing part, but I think that he, Orton genuinely likes to feel the crowd just to see what direction he's going to be going in.
Yeah, and I think the crowd, just because he was in St. Louis, was absolutely behind him. By the way, I have to say this. The one thing that annoys me about the I love that people are doing the New Day chants, like the New Day claps.
Mm-hmm.
But what's annoying me is that they're not going to New Day. Like, it tells me that New Day.
So you think that the chant is the yes?
The chant, it's starting to become the yes a little bit, where it's really, really over. But now we're applying it to different things. So the crowd tonight was like RKO, and I'm like, stop that, stop it, no, stop that. That's a no.
Nothing is sacred anymore. Let's just throw that out.
Exactly, like nothing, absolutely nothing is sacred. It's just like, oh great, this is over. Let's see what else we can do it to. And I'm like, no, just stop. No, this is New Day's thing. They got it over. Keep it on them to keep them over. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, the only thing that kept me into this match was Orton. It was Orton.
Yeah. Orton's theatrics and like just the way he's been carrying himself these past few months have been really, really good because he's just so random.
Yes.
Right now, exactly. I really genuinely feel as though Orton just doesn't care.
Exactly.
And that's like the beauty of Randy Orton at this point. It's hilarious.
Exactly. Like he's not a viper. He's not a viper anymore. He's just I don't even know what he is. He's just going and doing whatever he wants to. He just goes and he sells a clothesline by rolling outside the ring 3 times and high-fiving a guy in the audience and then selling on his ass. Then next second he's just sucking in the crowd for about 20 minutes before he hits a DDT. It's just
never get over the part where Sheamus thought he was about to get a move off and you got Randy Orton behind him doing thumbs up, thumbs down over and over. He's Batista at this point.
I know.
With a little dance move. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's the thing, like I saw Sheamus went for it again because I guess this is him getting rid of him beating his chest all stupid.
Okay.
So instead of doing that when he sets up for the brogue now he does the thumbs up and then he does thumbs down. It just like he does it so slow and it doesn't look like he's getting ready to execute someone. It just drags. Like when Batista did the thumbs up and did the thumbs down, then he got hyped all stupid and was getting ready to powerbomb your ass. Like, Sheamus does it, he does the thumbs down, and he's still holding it, and he's, like, waiting for you, and I'm like, put your thumbs down, you idiot. You're about to kick him.
They have to fix Sheamus, like, a great deal.
Yeah.
They
got a new look on him and everything, and it's like they just don't know what to do.
Even though they've done that, I still see kid-friendly Sheamus.
Yeah.
Like, you bring him back as a guy that supposed to look like an ass kicker, like a Viking ass kicker, right? You give him this hard body music, good, clean music. It's not all happy-go-lucky music anymore. He isn't coming out dancing or anything, but nothing is menacing about it. Like the style he should be wrestling and the type of demeanor he should have at this point, we should be calling him Keith Sheamus.
Keith Sheamus.
Yes, he should have more of a demeanor like Kevin Owens.
Okay.
He should have that type of demeanor, but he doesn't. He just comes out, does his match, and goes back to the back, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to him at all.
Yeah, and I think that's just why I can't get into him. Like I watched that whole match, and I'm just like, I'm waiting for this RKO. I'm just waiting for it. Just give me the RKO. Just do it. Get this over with.
You know what? What exactly is Sheamus's gimmick? What is his character? What is he? What does he do?
Well, remember when it first started, it was that he didn't like little fellas, and little fellas didn't belong in the ring with him.
But there's been so long you can do that, and he was taking losses.
Right, and then he started taking losses. Like he loses to Ziggler. Boy, was that was so dumb. Then he lost to Neville. Then he just loses to everybody. I sit here and I'm like, I defended it at first with him winning Money in the Bank, and I was one of very few people who didn't yell at it. I was like,
yeah, I had a full blown way that they can make that work.
Yeah, I sat there and I looked and I'm like, I didn't think WWE would do that, but there's something they can do with that.
Mm-hmm. Because they need more heels, they need more top heels.
And then sure enough, they did nothing with it. Like if Sheamus actually does become WWE World Heavyweight Champion, if he doesn't drop that belt within the first month, I'm gonna stop watching.
Watching Sheamus segment, I think we're spending too long on Sheamus.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on the match is pretty much the Randy Orton show.
Yeah.
How do you feel about him? How do you feel about him actually winning?
I had him winning.
Is the Money in the Bank winner?
I had Orton winning the match even before the pay-per-view started. I was like, yeah, they're in St. Louis. Sheamus sucks, and this is always how they book Money in the Bank winners as losers. So Orton's gonna win. Sure enough, Orton won.
Eventually, they would change that, right?
Nope. It's Sheamus. Why would they change that? They've done nothing to prove that they're going to change that with Sheamus. They've done nothing to prove it, so I'm like, all right, Orton's coming in here and he's getting ready to win.
That was that. All right, so let's move on a bit here to, I think we have New Day next, right?
We might. Yeah. No. Maybe? I don't know. That's a good question.
I think we had New Day next.
All right, New Day it is.
If we didn't, we got them now. All right. Actually, I'm going to WWE.com to make sure that was the next match. But let's just talk about New Day anyway. They came out. I thought the way that they acted on the pre-show, I thought that
we
we
were going to win the
actually,
titles.
Yeah. You know, because they just come out and they're having fun. Actually, yeah, that's right.
This was the next match.
Yeah. So they came out. They cut their promo. I was still kind of a bit in and out. I was doing other things.
Did you hear what Booker T said when they came out, though, to Byron?
To Byron Saxton?
Yeah, can you rub some brother on him?
Brother on him.
Rub some brother on him. I died. I'm like, no.
It made so much sense, though.
Yeah.
It made so much sense. Oh, God. That was probably Booker T's best line of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Rub some brother on Byron Saxton.
It ain't gonna get much better than that one, Booker. Enjoy it.
Oh, that was clean. So this match, how do you feel? Can we talk about the result a little bit?
I'm not crazy about it. I don't like, even like the New Day came out, the crowd was hot for them. They cut their promo. They was great. Like,
we got tricep meet and we lose.
Xavier Woods is just the best thing. Like, I look forward. I want Xavier Woods to just comment on every match.
He should just be on commentary.
Yeah, he's like a.
Because you don't want too much of him.
You don't. Right. Because after a while, it will actually get annoying. But Xavier Woods is like that internet commenter. You know, like, if you remember, like, back when people still do it now, but, I mean, it used to be a competition to be, like, the person post first. Like, if you're the first person on the page. First. He's that guy. Yeah, he's that guy.
So he's a troll. He's definitely a troll, for sure.
He's the guy yelling, get wrecked. He's the troll. And he does it so well. Like when Titus O'Neil bounced off the ropes and dropped the leg drop, he just goes and he yells, "Worst leg drop ever!" It wasn't that bad, but I believe him the way he yelled it.
There it is. He sets the tone for you.
Yeah.
But here's something that really, really needs to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I originally think that New Day was put together just to sabotage these three guys. I don't know why they would want to sabotage them. I don't have a theory on why they would want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But just the fact that they actually started to get over naturally, someone didn't like that. I think that they were supposed to win the titles on a hoax, on a joke. I mean, they won it from Cesaro and Kid. You know, so I'm guessing, like, all right, you know, let's put the titles on these guys. It's just going to be a joke. But it caught on with the milk.
The milk. Oh my God, the milk.
It caught on with the milk. If they would have did a milk bath, then that would have really put it over the top. But it caught on with the milk. And people started getting behind New Day. And the thing that makes me think that they were never supposed to naturally get over is just the fact that they just took the titles off of them for, like, just in the middle, or not even in the middle, but in the start of them getting, like, extremely hot. You take the titles off of them, and you put them on primetime players who haven't reached that level yet.
No.
I mean, shoot, what was this, like one of their first matches back together? And there you go. It's like, why? Can we give them, like, some time to develop again with the fans first? I mean, we know who primetime players are, but they haven't been back long enough for us to, like, fully get behind them, especially as champions. But New Day has established themselves. They got hot. And No more titles. And then since then, they've just been getting beat and beat and beat and beat and beat, and it's ridiculous. They no longer have their intros on Raw. They just come back from commercial and New Day's in the ring. They try to get a couple words in on the mic. They get cut off short. I think that they're trying purposely to get those reactions off of New Day. It just really feels that way. And now you got people chanting RKO. See, no. New Day developed that. That's theirs. Let them have that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gone. Well, let me not say it's gone. Let me not say that, but it's gone. Like, it's gonna be gone because that's where WWE is going with this. They're not trying to give them any of the steam back that they worked for. That's the reason why I don't like the result of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Is because why do we have New Day in this match if we just we know why.
Yeah, I mean, primetime players really have had no character, no development, nothing. It was just they won and they got the titles, and it was a feel-good story because Titus O'Neil just won Dad of the Year, and they were like...
I don't even think that they got the chance for it to be a feel-good story.
No, they really didn't. It was just kind of like, hey, Titus O'Neil is Dad of the Year, let's promote the shit out of that and then give him the titles.
We don't even get the backstage segments from them no more where they...
Like the New Day is the most like where they did the stupid like, hey, we're mocking this tag team thing, right?
Yeah, and then Darren Young will find a way to slip a gay joke in there,
right?
And now they're all super serious. Wait, that wasn't their gimmick,
right? And then there's only one tag team in the whole division right now that has any sort of real storyline and development and character, and that's New Day.
Simple as that. But
I mean, Cesaro and Kid are done.
Yeah.
For now.
I'm hearing that they put out that Tyson Kidd could have died from the injury that he had.
Yeah, only 5% of people survived that surgery he got.
That's pretty surreal and crushing at the same time. But
that's a tough dude.
Making it, if he's still gonna be making that comeback, it's like, whoa, they got to give him that respect when he comes back. And I don't want to say push him to the moon or push him at all, but, give him a chance again because he was naturally getting hot. Him and Cesaro, they were anytime you put somebody with Cesaro, they're going to get hot. But Tyson Kidd, even on his own, can be hot.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really necessarily agree with the result of this match. As for the match itself, I mean, you could put New Day in there with anybody and let the crowd get behind them and let them do their antics, and it's going to be a pretty good match anyway. So, not a bad match, not a great match, just, hovering around where you would get on Raw. And it's the result that a lot of people expected, just not the right type of booking for a team that should be more over than they actually are. So, what do we get next? Oh, you will love this one.
Wyatt versus Reigns.
Oh, no. I actually looked over that one. I was looking at the triple threat match because it stood out more. No. Wyatt versus Reigns. You want first?
I snored through the first 15 minutes of this match.
Okay.
First 15 minutes of this match sucked. I'm sorry.
I can't fault you for that.
It was just boring. It was... Wyatt had so much control of it that I still don't understand the whole like anyone but you thing. It doesn't make sense.
I get it. Can I tell you why I get it? Can I explain it to you?
Go ahead and then I'll rip.
I thought about it today.
Okay.
I thought about it today in full.
Okay.
Anyone but you. You know who Bray Wyatt is right now?
No one.
Bray Wyatt is the internet.
Okay.
That right there should make this whole entire thing make perfect sense to you. Bray Wyatt is the IWC. When Roman Reigns was getting the rocket in his ass, people wanted to see anyone but him at WrestleMania.
Okay.
It was getting to the point where people were saying they wanted to see Zack Ryder against Brock Lesnar. They wanted to see anybody.
That is very true, yeah.
Anybody but you.
Okay.
And they're cutting out his face, they're cutting out his eyes, they're cutting out his mouth, they're trying to sabotage him, which is what Bray Wyatt is doing.
Okay, that
I just thought of it today and I just said, this is why this makes sense. And He just comes out to stop all of Roman Reigns' momentum. Anytime Roman Reigns gets momentum in a match or in a storyline or in anything, his job is to come out and sabotage it as if he is the IWC.
Okay.
Now, if that's true, then that works.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they're not thinking about it like that.
Of course.
But I'll make it make sense.
No, I mean that does make a lot of sense. I was like, okay, all right, yeah, I can.
Let me book it. It makes sense. Let me tell the story. But yeah, that's just what it seems like.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense because like Reigns, but it doesn't work now because like it doesn't work at this moment. This would have worked, I would say, right after the Daniel Bryan match, or I would say even right after WrestleMania. Like let's say Roman Reigns is like, hey, you just robbed us of this title match. Let me get another shot at you, and he gets a shot at Seth because Brock is out. He gets a shot at Seth, and then Bray comes out. That's when it would work because it's hot off of that WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, oh, it's a chance that he actually might beat Seth for the title. Out comes Bray Wyatt. And then you start that feud and you have them go, back and forth for a little while. Mm-hmm. But you waited until the booze kind of came off of Roman Reigns a little bit. You waited until Roman actually started to get a little bit of steam, and
he actually started to get a little hot as a babyface.
Yeah, and he's not getting pushed all crazy anymore. So it's like anyone but you, what? Because he's not going for the title right now. So anyone but you, what?
You took the title from him. You took the chance away from him.
Yeah. So I don't. Like the timing of it happening now, that's where it doesn't make sense. Like that's where this match doesn't make sense. And that's why it's kind of hard to get into their match because it's like, what exactly is, if you don't get the storyline, like if what I just made up actually is what the storyline is supposed to be subliminally, then it's like, okay, a lot of people don't understand the storyline. A lot of people just don't. I didn't get it until I just randomly thought about it today. You're not going to get it. So how do you become invested in the story? You had the part where, you have Bray Wyatt pretending as if he's going to, do something as far as with Roman Reigns' daughter. And we never revisit that.
Yeah, nothing came to fruition with that.
So you took away something that could have gotten us interested in this story. We could have had some ministry Bray Wyatt on this one. We didn't get it. So we just had some interferences, which is the WWE's just stamp on how they run their feuds. Interrupt a couple of matches, now you have a feud. No. So it's like, why do we care? Why do we care about this match? We don't have a reason to. Therefore, when they start this match and there's no fire behind it because we don't know what the fuck they want to do with it, rather than it's just going to be like, all right, this just seems like another match on Raw because, again, matches on Raw happen for no reason. This match in the pay-per-view happening for no reason. So, yeah, the first few minutes is going to be like, and we need something that's going to wake it up. Now, I'll be fair. It wasn't like
a god-awful get-it-off-my-TV match.
It wasn't. It was a strong hitting match. We got some good reversals. Both of these guys got their time to shine. It wasn't bad. It's just that we didn't have a reason to be invested in it. If you're not invested in it, it's just like a Sheamus Orton match. If you're not invested in those, you're going to boo it to shit, and then they're going to stop caring about it, and they're going to stop trying in their match. Same thing applies here. We're not invested in it because we don't have a reason to care about it. And therefore, even if they're putting on a good to decent match or decent to good match, it kind of sullies down the match quality because we don't know why they're doing this.
Yeah.
Until...
Yeah, and that's exactly what I said, is that I was like, even for the end of this match, it still doesn't justify me having to sit through 20 minutes of this.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of like, I sat through 20 minutes of this, like, all right, I like this, it just had no drive. You don't see Wyatt wrestle any. It's all just, I'm going to interfere Roman Reigns and, all the stuff with his daughter. Like, Roman Reigns didn't wrestle as if he had passion and he was fighting for his daughter. It just looked like he was wrestling a normal match. And the big surprise out of all of this is that Luke Harper's realigned with the Wyatt family again. Which is good because it's like, hey, we're doing something with Luke Harper again. And truthfully, the Wyatt family should have never been broken up to begin with.
Absolutely.
I still debate if the Shield should have been, but if one of them at least became WWE champion, I can't really say that much.
The timing of the Shield being broken up, no. But
No.
them being broken
up, yes. Yeah.
Because they broke them up like right off of like 2 back-to-back, like 2 of the most awesome matches of that year.
Yeah.
Against Evolution. Just flat out awesome. And then, boom, you strike and break them up. It's like, wait, we just got fully erect.
Yeah.
Fully. And that's what you're gonna do though? You're just gonna stop it right there, just cock block that whole momentum right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it was a tough pill to swallow, but you had to do it. But to the Wyatts, there was something I wanted to say before I talked about the ending of this match, and I can't remember it, but I am glad to see that, like, as soon as I saw the hooded dude, no, I didn't know who it was, but when he threw the kick, I said, that's fucking Luke Harper. I didn't even see his face yet.
Before he threw the kick, I saw the beard, and I was like, really? Did they put Damian Sandow in a hood and have him interfere? That was my first thought, was Damian Sandow.
What if it was Bo Dallas with the beard?
Oh, my God.
But the very moment I seen that kick, I knew it was a Luke Harper kick.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's Luke.
And I said, yes, okay, yes. Because what it does is it actually does set up another match with them. And it gives Luke Harper something to do, finally. Even if it's not on his own, which I can agree with WWE with not letting Luke Harper be on his own because he's not fully developed.
Yeah.
They tried that, but he's not fully developed enough in his character for him to be on his own.
Liza, he's an Intercontinental Champion.
Fuck that shit. That never happened. It was on SmackDown.
Why that belt is shit. There's your reason why. Luke Harper was the Intercontinental Champion with no storyline, no build, and then they took it off of him a month later.
Luke Harper carried that belt the way he was supposed to, by dragging it on the damn ground.
Yep.
He didn't care. But I did like that they put them back together.
Yes.
I think that they're definitely going to do it at SummerSlam. What's the pay-per-view after SummerSlam?
Probably Night of Champions, but let me check. Oh, wow. We're actually counting NXT as a WWE pay-per-view now. Okay. I like that. Night of Champions, yeah.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out when they're going to bring in Eric Rowan. Because Dean's going to get him some of this.
Yeah.
Dean's going to get him some of this. Now, is that when they bring in Eric Rowan? And do they bring in more? Like, the Wyatt, I feel as though the Wyatt family needs more followers.
Yeah, I mean, like, that was the whole thing with Bray, and I think that's why I lost so much interest with them, because the second he became solo, I'm like, this dude's lame. He says stuff and no one follows him. It's just, all these fireflies. I'm like, no, those are people who are in the dark and found the flashlight feature on their phone and decided, hey, I'm going to light up the room now.
They decided, hold up, I can't see the person next to me. Let me make sure no one's robbing me, so let me put the light on right fast.
Yeah.
But we definitely need the sheep mask back. We just need the Wyatts back. And then let's build from there, because they were building on something and, again, just stopped it for no reason. That's what I was thinking. Why the fuck have they been sabotaging Bray Wyatt? My God, this is somebody that could easily be making them some money. Easily. He could be their phenom, and they've just been treating him like absolute garbage. His promos mean nothing if you can't back up any of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they should have, like, with his promos leading up to this match, should have been like, they should have been kind of dropping some hints of, not necessarily a Wyatt family reunion, but more so necessarily letting people know that, that he wants to be this cult leader again. Like, get back to those type of promos where it sounds as if he's putting together something.
Yeah.
But not let it be so obvious. But what we had, the only promos that we had out of him with this is anyone but you. But once he already stopped that, like he could have done the anyone but you promos up until Money in the Bank, stopped them. And it's like, oh, now we know who he's talking about with the anyone but you. Then he starts building on his cult leader type of promos leading up into this match, and then we get Luke Harper back. And it's like, oh, all right, now we know what he was doing. You know, it's just timing. It's just timing that they're failing on here with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Because anyone but you just doesn't work after we know who they're talking about and after he's already stopped them.
Yep. I agree.
So, we got anything more on this match? Anything we want to see coming from it, or what they're going to do going forward?
I just want to see them care.
So do we get those two in Roman Reigns and Dean at SummerSlam? I think that'd be pretty. That actually, on paper, give me
I'd be okay with that.
Give me.
Because God knows you need.
About 8 months ago. 8 months ago, this tag team match on paper, you'll be like, yes.
Now I don't know.
Now it's like, let's wait and see.
Which is funny because Dean has actually feuded with both of those guys.
Yeah.
And you need Dean there because you need somebody who can work. Watching Roman Reigns sell for 15 minutes is painful.
Yeah,
it just is.
There was that clothesline that Bray delivered to Roman Reigns that should have ended that match.
Yeah, like he punched him straight in his face.
That was brutal.
He should have been dead, and he wasn't.
Now I remember what I was going to say a long time ago. All right. When are we going to get back the Roman Reigns that wrestled against Daniel Bryan? Can you tell me where that guy is?
I don't know. Too busy trying to be a babyface and gain.
That Roman Reigns. You give me that Roman Reigns, and you say that he's the face of WWE, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
No, that Roman Reigns died when he started feuding with Big Show, and Big Show, he would sell for 10 minutes to Big Show and then come back with 4 Superman punches and 2 spears and win the match.
Oh. But yeah, that's the Roman Reigns that people want to see. That's the Roman Reigns that WWE wants, but
they ain't built into him.
Let's move along to the match that I'm pretty sure you're gonna have fun with.
I feel like this is gonna be a running theme. Let's move along. I'm actually not gonna have too much fun with this one, but there's
we kind of had fun at the expense of Brie Bella.
Oh yeah,
How can we not?
There's definitely things to talk about, so I'm okay with this.
How do you botch? You know what? Miz taught them how to botch this spot. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I like how you put out the Miz on that one. Although, granted, he does deserve it.
Hey, damn near killed
team. I guess it's Team Paige, Team Bella, and the only team that was actually cool enough to come up with an actual name, Team Bad.
They fit together so well.
It works. Although I'm trying to figure out why Naomi's hitting on 16-year-old girls, but
I didn't catch that one.
So Naomi started off her promo by putting her hand underneath JoJo's chin and like caressing it. It was weird. This is very weird. I was like,
well, when I first saw those two talking to each other, the only thing I could think of was Total Divas.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they were still trying to play into Naomi being. I'm gonna stop trying to make sense of it. Keep going.
So they cut their promo backstage, and all I could think of was, this feels like Sasha's team. It doesn't feel like Naomi's team. It feels like Sasha's team.
To me, it feels like they just gel together.
That's
just how they come off.
They do gel together, but I feel like if at some point they decide who's the leader here, Sasha and Naomi are going to get into it. And that may be like 6 months or so down the road, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. Sasha, though, Jesus, I love that woman. Charlotte, so they decide they're going to have a triple threat match, and Steph says, hey, each of you pick a member. Paige, Becky, and Charlotte decide to go with Charlotte. They really need to get a team name. The Bellas go with Brie. Team Bad goes with Sasha. It's funny because all I can think about when they set up this match is get Brie Bella as much to the outside as possible and tell her to just sell and die. And
that's what I was hoping for.
And just let Charlotte and Sasha work for 10 minutes.
That's exactly what I was hoping for, but we didn't get any of that.
No, Brie Bella was actually getting offense off at points. And I'm just like, no. It was the first time that I think the Bellas have legitimately been booed, and I loved it. Because it finally happened. Because you actually have wrestlers that you care about in that ring.
She's using Daniel Bryan's moveset.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was so stupid. I sat there after she hit the double bulldog, she goes and sets them up and starts doing the Daniel Bryan kicks. I'm like, you really expect people to chant yes right now? And you're taking
she even did the double, like the double drop kick.
Yeah, the double drop kick.
With the flat back bump. Oh no. You don't have the charisma to pull this off like him.
No, she never did. She never did. But people did it because she was face then, and you just married Daniel Bryan and you're fighting for him, which proved, as I said a year ago, it's not her that's over, it's him. And they're using his overness in their feud with when Brie and Nikki were feuding. It's his overness. That's what it is. And now she tried to do it here, and no one was behind it. No, everybody was like, no. There were a few fellow supporters who were like, yes, and then they got booed out so hard. I mean, come on. You're doing that to, first of all, Ric Flair's daughter and Sasha Banks, the fucking NXT champion. It's not happening. No. You're getting booed out of the building for that.
When they set up this match, you knew who was going to win, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it only made sense. I knew who was taking the pin. I thought there was maybe one situation where Sasha could win, but I knew what wasn't going to happen was Charlotte or Sasha losing.
I figured. Well, let me not even say I figured, but for a while now, ever since Charlotte was supposed to come up, she was supposed to be the one. You know, before Sasha got, caught fire.
And then Sasha just became the boss.
Oh, did I
literally
say Charlotte?
figured it.
Did I say Charlotte? I meant Sasha. If I said Charlotte, but yes, Sasha caught fire. Now the thing is, I think that they already had plans for Charlotte, and they're just going to play them out. And once again, Sasha's going to have to prove herself again,
which is fine because
after
it's fine. I mean, Sasha's going to get hers. I mean, the crowd was clearly.
They was clearly on her side.
Yeah, I mean they did a test. They did a test between who was more over, and it was clearly Sasha.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah, but that's not to say. I mean, Charlotte did look good in the ring tonight. I mean, I applauded her on that when she does this flip thing and then is like swinging back and forth into that swinging like drop neck breaker. And the one that she did on Brie was good, but the one that she did on Sasha was so clean. It was just very, very good in sequence. It looked great.
The way the match started was so sloppy, though, with Brie.
Because Brie was in it.
Brie is so like, how do you like look sloppy in a tie-up?
Because it's Brie.
A tie-up? No.
It's Brie. First of all, it's Brie.
That's what you learn when you come in the door.
Not when you're a diva.
What the fuck?
Not when you're a diva. That's why I keep telling people this. I'm like, even with Nikki Bella there, they're going to make them look stupid.
A tie-up?
Yes.
When I saw that, the person I wanted to see in this match from that team was Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
Because I've seen her work in NXT, and she's actually good.
I thought Alicia would have been the safest thing for them to do, and it would have been.
And the people that are watching us right now, that are listening to us, that haven't seen her in NXT, are probably thinking, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Right now?
Exactly. And I thought that would have been the smarter thing for them to do too, because Nikki and Brie would be the bitches here and send Alicia Fox out there. I mean, them sending Brie out there Yeah, it would have made perfect sense, but no, they sent Brie out, and boy, did she get booed out the building. I think that is legit. I don't even think that was heel heat. I think that was go away heat that she got tonight.
It was something.
They were Brie can't wrestle chants. I heard them coming.
But she can't. She really can't.
She really can't.
She's just.
Those kicks look so.
This sounds like such sour grapes. I'm sorry that this sounds like sour grapes, but
she
it's just like Nikki's okay.
Nikki's all right. As much as I do not like the Bellas, I will always say that Nikki is all right. Brie is
Nikki's
horrible.
Brie absolutely, her acting, everything.
Yes,
there is not one good redeeming quality about her. I can't name one.
No.
No. Let's seriously take the time out. Seriously, let's take the time. If you got to be quiet, I don't care how long it is. Let's find one redeeming quality about Brie Bella. Let's try this out. Don't say a word till you have one. Let's think about this.
Daniel Bryan.
No, that's out. Brie mode's out.
Daniel Bryan.
That don't count. That's not her.
That's about it. There's nothing else.
Brie Mo. Oh, no, she. I got one.
Okay.
Her ass looks better than Charlotte's.
What?
That's all I got for you.
Now I have to compare because now I have to really think about that.
Why is Charlotte?
I will say this: Brie can throw a very good slap. She will bust your fucking ear open.
Let me be really, really fair about Brie. All right, let me try to be like positive about this. Let me do this.
All right.
I could do this. I could pull through.
Okay. All right.
Brie Bella. When she wears like that jersey, is it like the number 69 on her back? What number is she wearing on her?
I think it's 02.
No, she's that girl. All right. Keep thinking. We gotta find something right with Brie Bella here. Fuck's sake. She got nice hair. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's probably not hers. All right, let's keep thinking.
She's a vegan apparently.
So she's been converted to vegan.
Yeah, I mean, remember that was the whole thing. She's like a hippie or something.
Okay, so that doesn't.
I don't know if that's redeeming, but
wait, there's no positive qualities about Brie Bella. None. There's none. Yes, she can go a little bit. Let me say a little bit. That's the truth. Nikki can go. Can she keep up with the NXT
women? No. No.
That's yet to be seen. But with the divas that were on the roster, she can keep up with them, and she can actually ring general it a little bit.
Yeah.
She doesn't botch as much, and she doesn't look as sloppy because she wrestles to her strengths.
Correct.
See, I can say positive things about a Bella.
Yeah.
Brie, on the other hand, is ass.
Oh no,
she's ass.
I will say this about
Nikki has won that title a couple of times. Brie has never sniffed it, and I believe we know why. She's garbage.
No, that's actually false.
Brie won it?
Brie won it and had the longer title reign.
I thought Nikki won it that first time from Beth Phoenix.
Brie,
Beth Phoenix?
Nikki might have won it from Beth Phoenix, but Brie won it.
I got to look this shit up. I don't remember Brie having that title ever. Divas title. Shit. All right, we're gonna look her up. I don't remember her having it. If she had this shit, it must have been. You said it was longest?
Yeah, Brie had it for like 70, and then Nikki had it for a week, and dropped that shit the next week.
I need to see when this was. When the hell? How did this happen?
I don't remember how it happened. I just know I read it up one day, and that's just the god honest truth.
WWE Divas title reigns.
I can't look it up right now because my computer just kind of.
Oh, I'm all over it. All right, let's see. Oh my God, she had it for 70 days. She beat Eve Torres for it, and then she lost to Kelly. So I completely missed that. That was. She won it on Raw, too. Man, I completely forgot about that shit. My God. And then Beth Phoenix won. And then Nikki won and held it for 6 days before losing it to Layla, who won it for 140 days, which I vaguely remember. But then Eve Torres came back and grabbed the title, and then Caitlyn, and then all right, enough of that. Then it's just flip-flop between AJ and Paige. Until Nikki decided she wanted to hold on to it for a little bit. But, all right, there we go. We found something positive to say about Brie Bella. She was a Divas champion for 70 days.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
That was a thing.
Now, this match. I don't think, and I think that everybody can agree with me on this one. We expected more out of Sasha and Charlotte.
Yeah, but you know, now that I'm thinking about it, you can't have everybody bust their nuts yet. Save it.
But this is acceptable on the main roster. This is acceptable. This is main roster wise. This is good. If this was any two other females doing those same exact moves, same exact time, like wrestling in their place and doing the same exact thing, it would be like, oh man, this is great.
Yeah,
but being that it was Sasha and Charlotte, it's like
you were expecting more, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I will give it credit because it was still, even though Brie was in it, it was still a decent match.
I was invested.
I just needed Brie to sell more on the outside.
Oh yeah.
I just needed her to just talk to Nikki for a while. Just chill out. We got this.
Take a nap.
You know, do the AJ sell. Do the AJ WrestleMania sell.
That's what I was waiting for.
Come in for the hot tag or something. Just chill. We got this. But she just kept butting in. And she does the thing for Brian kick. Oh my gosh, she did the thing Brian kicks. Whatever.
So Charlotte wins.
Charlotte wins. As of this moment, I believe she's pegged to be the one to take the belt off of Nikki. This does help her get a shot at Nikki. I believe this helps her, namesake-wise get a shot at Nikki. It did feel kind of weird seeing them on this particular pay-per-view because it was just such a filler pay-per-view, and it's not SummerSlam.
Yeah, I actually just have a problem with the way they booked a lot of this in general because, again, it was one of the first things I said is that, you're bragging so much about how the Divas, Nikki has had the Divas title for so long. I'm like, she doesn't defend it.
Mm-mm. And they always do matches like this to extend her streak.
Right. They keep her.
There was no reason for her to not defend it at WrestleMania.
No. Yeah, like that was the worst, was that she didn't defend it at WrestleMania. She didn't defend it at Wrestle-fucking-Mania. I was like, why is this a tag match?
WrestleMania.
This is not a WrestleMania moment is not beating the Bellas in a tag match. A WrestleMania moment is beating Nikki Bella for the title.
So they padded the hell out of this streak. The hell out of it.
I know, and that's the funny thing is that I'm gonna look back on this reign and I'm gonna be like, I don't remember anything about it.
And the matches that she had where the title was on the line, she wasn't bad. She wasn't bad, but they just don't. I don't think that they have the confidence in her.
No,
to carry matches.
No, every single match, it's like, okay, this person should have definitely won this match, but they pulled some bullshit, and the other
Naomi got screwed over during this reign.
Naomi got screwed over so many times during this reign. Considering that she pinned Nikki Bella twice, clean, middle of the ring, twice. And then they gave Paige the #1 contendership. They did the whole twin magic bullshit, and Paige finally pins her. Pins Brie, who got interference, and then they didn't call DQ on Nikki. I just want you to think about that for a second. They intentionally
out of her bra. That was too fun. There we go. Positive thing about Brie. She did something funny and made me laugh.
True. Yeah. Okay.
She pulled tissue out of her bra.
It took us 10 minutes, but we finally figured it out. So anyway, Charlotte wins. I'm okay with it as long as nobody got pinned. I was fine. Brie is gonna have to learn how to just stay on her back a lot.
Why wasn't Alicia Fox in this match though?
I don't know. I really didn't understand why they didn't have 3 workers in that match. If you're gonna make Alicia Fox a Bella, have her wrestle.
Did you see Virgil's tweet?
Oh, the black people on the pay-per-view, you're welcome. Yeah.
Did you see the responses?
Yeah.
All right, Virgil, paving the way.
Yeah, I love it.
Virgil paved the way.
Virgil paved the way, man.
African Americans in the WWE. Oh God, Virgil. What does he do? Who gave him Twitter?
He's he's at a Kickstarter right now
I heard about that.
to raise $1 million so he can be the $1 million man. I'm done. This dude is out of control.
I need a link to that if you could ever find it. I need to see how much he's raised.
I need you to. Did you see the video that he posted with it too? Like
I didn't. I just heard about it. I didn't see it at all.
There's a video where he's just like, this is a Friday night, and it's just him with a whole bunch of singles in his hands, and he's just throwing, like, he's in his room by himself, and he's just flinging, like, singles just in the air and making it rain on nothing. I'm like,
oh my goodness. He has a room?
He has a room. Yes, he does. He surprisingly has a room. He's not homeless, Wiser.
I got me fooled.
So what happened after that?
Oh yeah, there wasn't. Oh no.
By the way, they let Becky talk?
Did they?
I mean, they didn't just let her talk. They let her like have like a paragraph.
When was this? Like when they were talking
backstage? Yeah, when they were talking about.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see it.
Paige was like, "It's finally here. It's our moment. We're finally, we're gonna make change." And then Becky talked, and I was like,
she's not a bad talker.
No, she's not. But I was just like, Vince McMahon hasn't stopped this yet.
She just has that very, very strong accent.
Yeah, I'm like, Vince McMahon didn't hear that strong Scottish accent or Irish accent and stop any of this?
You know what's crazy, though?
What's that?
Paige's accent was extremely strong when she first started.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not no more.
Well, I mean, you stay over America.
You still hear it, but it's just not as strong.
Right. Oh, I can definitely hear it at times where I'm just like, it's the way she says certain words. Anything that like is pronounced with an H and A and an R, I can definitely hear it. Becky's going to be strong for a while. But yeah, I mean, like when you start to adapt yourself to a certain area, you just start to pick up on certain rhythms. I mean, she's dating an American from Minnesota of all fucking things. She's hanging around Americans for the most part. She's interacting with Americans. She's
hanging around Fergal a whole lot too. That's not going to help her.
Oh no! I thought you meant Paige, not Becky.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Paige.
Oh yeah. No, Paige isn't hanging out with Fergal though.
No,
Becky's hanging around with Fergal.
Becky is.
Yeah, no, yeah, the both of them together are never going to drop that accent.
No. Let's move along to the match that.
Yeah, we've stressed that too much. So
we have to mourn about a little bit here.
Cena.
A lot of the differences in opinion on this match on the Twitters.
Do you want me to go first? Because I'll be short on this one.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
I never want to see this match again.
You're not the only one.
I don't want to see this match again.
You're not the only one.
I started watching the first 2 minutes of this, and I'm like, I've seen this match already. I've seen this match 2 times, and it was the exact same thing. I know the second match, it was...
But it wasn't the exact same thing. This match was slow and boring.
Yeah, it was slower and boring. Yeah, that should be added to this. But, like, the first 2 matches had so much urgency and such a great vibe to it because it was like, well...
It felt like a coming out party.
Right. It's like, well, will Kevin Owens beat Cena? Can he beat Cena? And then he does it, and you're like, great. And then the second match, you're at least like, even though the rematch...
There was investment in that first match.
Correct. There was investment in that first match. The second match, at least it was like, all right, the rematch came really quick, but hey...
They still put on a show.
And it's
I still say that it wasn't as good as the first match, though.
No, I do agree with that. And the other thing, too, is that, well, I mean, Cena technically didn't beat him, and does it really make sense for them to have Kevin Owens lose? I mean, he's the NXT champion. He's still got to look strong, right? So there was some intrigue to it. Now this is the third match, okay? And I know that the championship is on the line now, but outside of that, the allure is kind of gone a little bit. Like things have just kind of like lost to me.
And it's not Kevin Owens' fault at all.
No, it's not. So it's actually booking's fault and a bit of Cena's fault. Well, no. Let me say booking. I can't put.
I don't say Cena at all on this one.
Yeah, no, this is booking. This is totally booking. I mean, I got into this match. I'm like, I have seen this match already. I know what happens. This is
You know how the story ends.
I know how the story ends. It's just this is, and I started to say this is Rock Cena. This is exactly what it is. It's just we're gonna keep hitting our big moves and hit finishers until the third or fourth finisher finally puts one of us out.
So you say that this was Rock Cena and not Cena Rusev or Cena freaking Bray Wyatt?
No, because Cena Rusev had stupid stipulations in them. Cena Wyatt had stupid stipulations in them. These were straight up wrestling matches. So like Cena Rock, it's not like they were like, I'm gonna put a Russian chain into you and we're gonna have to touch this. So at least in that regard, they were different matches. But these were literally the same matches.
I just felt that this meant. All right.
It was just this was a boring match to me.
Let me preface this. This because people are going to say that we feel this way because Cena won.
No.
Which isn't true.
Listen to me. Owens could have won this match and I still would have felt the same way.
Yes. I tweeted during the match. I said, why is Kevin Owens... I don't know if I said Kevin Owens or if I said Cena. I mean, not Cena, but I don't know if I said Kevin Owens or the match. But I think I said Kevin Owens. I said, why does it feel as though he's working super slow?
Yeah.
It's like he was in slow motion.
Yeah.
He just didn't... The match. Let me not say he. I don't want to blame it on him. But let me get this mic on me. It felt as though the match just did not have the same fire and, as you said, urgency as the previous two matches. The second match didn't have the urgency of the first match as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we did that Raw review, I told you motherfuckers that because of what happened on Raw, Cena was going to win the match. Anytime the heel gets the upper hand, not the heel, but anytime somebody gets the upper hand on Raw, you know who's going to win the match on the pay-per-view, which we had. Cena was supposed to win this match based on but we felt indifferent about it. But I said, hey, that's just the pattern that they follow. So here's the thing, because the match just felt that way. Kevin Owens had so much going for him going into this match, as far as I lost my title, I want yours now.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't quite wrestle as if he cared
he really
to
wanted
take it away from him. Like if we go to the triple threat match on Raw, that match was wrestled as if there was an urgency for the title. That felt like three guys that were going at it for the title, and then we saw Kevin Owens
triple threat was way better in this match.
We saw Kevin Owens give up on it, and it kind of felt like we got the Kevin Owens that gave up on that match. It felt like we kind of got him here.
Yeah.
And it was more so pandering to the crowd and, yelling out things to just come off as a heel instead of just naturally letting it happen. Like in the first match, he talked a little bit of shit, but not that much. He was just out there making a statement with his work in the ring. Yeah. And this match, it was let me make a statement with my mouth and not necessarily my work in the ring. And that is what took away from it for me.
It's just like, how many times do I have to see you put John Cena on your shoulders, do the AA, and do the little "you can't see me" thing?
Done it to death.
It's just like it doesn't have the same feel to it anymore. I'm almost starting to think, like, did Kevin Owens actually come up with this, or did somebody tell him, hey, when you do this spot tonight, do this? Because I feel like Kevin Steen, I should say, Kevin Steen wouldn't have done that a third time.
Not too much, no.
No. Like, Mr. Wrestling knows better than that. WWE would probably have him do that.
It's just like...
It just, like, everything about tonight just felt too robotic and too, like...
monotonous and usual.
Monotonous. It was pre-programmed. It didn't feel authentic. It just felt like, all right, we just need to get to the end here. And boy, do we got to talk about that.
So, the end of this match.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I mean, like, there's not even like a big spot or anything new move to talk about. Because
why are we kicking out a finisher so much?
Yeah, I didn't get this.
I think that ever since JR brought it up, and JR has been bringing it up a lot, but ever since he started bringing it up, I think that they kick out of more finishers now just to spite JR. Because now it's becoming 3, 4, and 5 times a match with every match.
So
finishers don't matter. There's no more finishers in WWE.
So my count was that
nothing is protected.
Kevin Owens kicked out of 2 AAs, an Avalanche AA. So he kicked out of a fucking Super AA. He got out of the STF.
That right there should tell you that he's going to win the match.
Yeah, like the second I saw that, I'm like, so Kevin Owens is winning, right? Right? He kicked out of he kicked out of 3 AAs. Like he's got to win, right? All right, never mind.
Now, here's a way that they could have actually built that up. You have Kevin Owens on Raw saying, "You will never beat me with that weak ass AA that you do."
Fine, yes. It's a fucking fireman's carry. It is the weakest move ever.
He should say all of that, and then he should go out there and just proceed to kick out of all of them.
Yes,
that works. Oh. Just so he kicks out of it. Keep going. Keep going. He kicks out of the AA.
By the way, yeah, there is one new move we can talk about. When Owens put Cena in the STF, I said this. I don't know if you agree with me on this one. I think he actually somehow found a way to do it worse than Cena.
The only thing I was thinking when he put in that STF
is that he's making fun of him.
Well, probably that, but no, that's not what I was thinking.
Okay.
I actually started to go on YouTube. I was about to go on YouTube to the point I'm tired of seeing these people look so bad in the STF. I just want to see the Great Muta do it. I just want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see nobody else do it but him. I was literally about to go on YouTube to look at the Great Muta do it while they were doing it, so I didn't have to sit through them doing it.
I think the last person I've seen put in a legit STF that looked good was Dean Ambrose when him and Cena did their little United States feud. It was the first time he did the open challenge, and Dean Ambrose came out, and he put him in the STF. That one looked legit. I mean, he actually had Cena. He held it in like he had him in a headlock, like his bicep was squeezing his head. It was actually really good. I think that was the last time I've seen an STF look decent. So Cena finishes off the match by putting Kevin Owens in the STF. Owens crawls to the ropes. Cena drags him, and Owens taps out in the middle of the ring. That was a thing that happened. When was the last time Cena's ever tapped out?
I don't know the year. I mean, it happened.
He's tapped out to Jericho, Angle, and I think Benoit.
He's tapped out to Benoit, yeah.
And those guys did that maybe before he won the WWE Championship for the first time?
Yes. Now, I don't know these specific dates.
I don't need to know. I don't need to know specific dates because it doesn't matter.
It was definitely before Super Cena.
Because 10 years of hustle, loyalty, respect, and never give up has not tapped out.
No.
That guy has not tapped out.
Period. Now, I see that you're throwing me the alley-oop on that one.
Yeah.
All right. I tweeted about this whole tap out thing, and what I tweeted was everyone has to submit. Now, this isn't verbatim, but everyone has to submit to Cena. You have to do it. It's like it's a ritual. If you want to be on the roster, you need to go on ahead and do this job. You got to submit to Cena at least once in your life. Rusev had to do it. Bray had to do it. Everybody's doing it. It's the in thing to do. But why is it that, like, essentially now when you tap out, it's not necessarily supposed to be meant to make you look weak.
But now it does.
It just does. And the reason why it does is because, let me not say this is the reason why it does, but my only question is, why can't Cena do it? Why must everyone tap for him, but he cannot tap for people these days?
Right. It's like,
why can't Super Cena? Let me preface this by saying Super Cena, hustle, loyalty, respect, never give up. Why can't he? Why, when you get him locked up, you're in the dead center of the ring, like Rusev had him when he stepped on his back and he spread his toes and he put him in the accolade. Why do we get pass out Cena and not tap Cena?
Right.
But you, I'm gonna need you to tap for me though.
Right.
Why couldn't Kevin Owens just pass out? Why does he need? Why does everyone need to submit to this guy?
It's the same thing. I mean, I look at it this way: like in UFC, if somebody taps out, it doesn't make them.
They can't take it anymore.
Right. It comes to a point of physical exertion. It's just like there's nothing they can do in this situation. If they do this, it does physical harm to them. It's fine. And a tap out isn't like the end of your career. It doesn't make you any less legitimate. I mean, you can come back from it.
When guys back in the day, back in the late 80s, well, when I started watching late 80s, early 90s, when guys put you in a submission hold, they work the body part before they put you in it. And when they put you in that submission hold, it looked as if something was going to break on you.
Right.
It looked as if it would legitimately break. Cena does not put a submission hold in that makes something look like it's going to break, nor has he worked on your back or neck or leg during the entire match.
Yeah.
So why are we submitting to that move? Let alone, forget about that. Why can't he? Because the move he's putting in, it's not that big a deal. Let somebody put that same move on you. It feels like a fucking rest hold, unless they cinch back on your neck.
There were two guys that I thought in the past 3 years that should have definitely made him tap out. Actually, three. Now
that move is actually a move that should choke you out and not tap you out. You're in no danger if you're in that move unless you're getting choked out. But that's not what it's being sold as. It's being sold as just Cena got you and you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
The two guys that should have tapped him go.
It's actually probably the worst submission move that you could possibly tap out to.
He's made it look terrible.
There's actually three now that I think about it. Bray at SummerSlam. I'm actually giving events too. Bray at SummerSlam could have been one time he could have done it.
Just do it. It's not.
And there would have been a reason too, because guess what? He had to go get elbow surgery. Daniel Bryan could have trapped that arm, right? And he can't use that arm.
Perfect reason to do it.
There's your reason, and then he taps.
It's like, look at who it is that you are, quote unquote, giving up to. Someone that deserves it.
Right.
It's completely different. You have to have surgery on your arm. Daniel Bryan legitimately looked like he was going to break his arm. Tap the fuck out. Tap before your shit is broken. Nah, bro.
Daniel Bryan is 1. Brock Lesnar is 2, just because Brock Lesnar in that Kimura lock is...
Why doesn't he put that Kimura lock on anyone anymore?
Because nobody taps out to it.
Well, he just doesn't do it anymore. But when he was... Remember when he was, they were selling it as if, oh my God, he's going to break his arm.
Yeah.
Tap the fuck out. Cena didn't want to tap out to it. Oh my God,
that was the other thing too, was that at SummerSlam, he put him in 2 Kimura locks, and Cena just got out every time.
No, go all the way back to their first match.
I don't want to.
Oh my God, Cena couldn't tap out to a move that could legitly break your arm. Oh, fuck. That move can legit break your arm. Cena's not tapping. That right there is what makes the business look like. I mean, it already looks like a joke. It is a joke. It's family friendly, but damn, protect shit.
Right.
STF Kimura lock. Which one is gonna break something? Tap the fuck out.
Right.
It's not that hard. You're preserving your fucking body. tap.
Submission moves
made us deal. And that right there is what makes these submissions such a big deal when you're in a Cena match. It's a big deal because he's so protected from the submission. So why can't this other guy be protected from the submission?
You know what? Now that you're saying,
you go into a submission match with Cena, you already know the outcome because he's protected from submissions.
Yeah,
he has God mode cloaks on him. He has barriers on him. You're not going to win that particular match. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Which is a shame because he's not a submission specialist at all.
And he's not. Here's the thing. Cena can win this match tonight. Don't tap out Kevin Owens. It serves no purpose to tap him.
You want to hit him with a super AA and call it a day? Fine.
I would have rather had him lose to that. What purpose does it serve to have Kevin Owens give up? What purpose? And then there's people saying, well, they're going to have another match at SummerSlam.
Why?
They just might. They just might.
I mean, I gave you the reason why it can happen, but the real question is why
he doesn't deserve one.
Right. It's not why can it happen, it's why should it happen.
He technically had about 5 different shots. Let me tell you the 5 different shots. The 3 shots on pay-per-view.
Yep.
The shots that he had when he come out during, you got Cena with the open challenge, Kevin Owens comes out. Nah, never mind, I changed my mind. That's another one. Then you have this triple threat match where he could have won and been the number 1 contender. You got another shot right there. You got shots at Cena.
Yeah.
Why do we need to see this at SummerSlam? We have no reason to see this at SummerSlam. None. Yeah. No storyline reason to see. You can't logically give me a reason for this match to happen at SummerSlam when they had the first match, Kevin Owens won clean. They had the second match to see whose dick was bigger. Cena's dick was clearly bigger. And the third match where Kevin Owens has a point to prove. He lost his title. He wants a title. You got beat and you tapped. You deserve no more match with Cena.
Yeah.
They did it. They did the same thing with Cesaro. When Cesaro could have beat Cena, but because of interference, he didn't. But then just to make sure that you guys are fully aware that he can't beat Cena, Cena came in the next Monday and beat him clean. So why would Kevin Owens deserve another match? Book it right now. Tell me why. Why does he deserve another match?
He doesn't.
He exhausted. And I'm a Kevin Owens fan. I'm on board with Kevin Owens. But because of the way that they did this, tell me why he deserves another match. He had title shots. He either gave them away, walked away from them, or lost them, and then taps out. He gave up on his title shot. Storyline purposes, he gave up on it. Doesn't deserve another one. Work your way up the chain, kid. And you know he's going to come out during Raw, during an open challenge, and he's going to challenge him. Hell, and he might even beat him. And then there's your SummerSlam match. I don't agree with it. Don't agree with it because he already lost and he tapped.
But you know what they're going to do.
You can't lose a match any more definitively than tapping
tonight. Yeah. Because then there's no dispute about it. There's no dirty pin. There's no he grabbed the tights. There's no, oh, well, he took advantage of the situation. No, it's you tap, dude. That's just kind of it. And I know how this probably is going to happen. There's going to be a triple threat or a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam. So what I'm thinking WWE is doing is, hey, let's keep Cena strong. If we need to, we can throw him in the WWE title picture. We can take the U.S. title off of him by having somebody else lose. So you have a fatal 4-way where somehow they keep Cena out of the ring, and either Cesaro or Rusev takes a loss to Kevin Owens. And the only reason Cena would agree to this is because he's a fighting champion, does the U.S. Open challenge, believes that this is all about opportunity, and Cena always does the job at SummerSlam. That's it. It's the only reason I can think of.
I wanted to see some Rusev tonight.
I wanted to see somebody. I really did think that somebody was going to interfere tonight, and it didn't happen, and I was disappointed. Because
that would have saved this.
It was desperately needed in this match.
At the very least, from Rusev, who is freaking turning babyface at this point.
I didn't. Why is that? How long have I been on this Rusev has been a babyface this whole time thing? How long have I been on this?
I've been in denial of it. I've seen it happening.
But how long have I
The moment that he broke up with, the moment that they broke him up with Lana, actually before that,
Yep.
People's like, oh, Lana's about to get. I was always like, I'm afraid that.
Why is that? I can dial back
I was afraid that they were gonna make a babyface out of Rusev, but it's actually working.
I can dial back my babyface Rusev tweets to like last year.
Damn.
Is how long I've been saying this.
What type of babyface do you think that they're gonna make him though?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. But this whole time, this is what I've been saying. Rusev is a babyface. He was this guy who had this woman Lana, who took him from Bulgaria and made him a Russian citizen, made him a hero of the Russian Federation, right? He gave him a gold star that only certain Russians can carry around with them. And
But you knew she was gonna be the bitch.
Correct. She was the heel. He fought for her because he defended her at her every whim, and she would say crush, and he would do it because he wanted to do it for Mother Russia and for her, because that's nationalist pride. That's not a heel move. It's something a babyface does. He fights for his country. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's what he does.
He's following orders.
Correct. He's just following orders, right? And then what happens? All of a sudden, they get at WrestleMania, and the woman that is
What happened to racist Rusev, though?
Was he ever racist?
Remember racist Rusev when he only beat black guys?
When he beat black guys. That may have been the closest to actually being a heel that he could have possibly been. His first 2 months, he got Xavier Woods, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Mark Henry. As a matter of fact, I think
he beat somebody. He beat a black guy on Black History Month every day.
Yeah.
Every Monday, Black History Month, Rusev's beating some black guy.
I think Rusev is actually responsible for a New Day.
Just might be.
He might be.
Did he beat all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Racist
he did.
It's racist Rusev.
But yeah, I mean, and then you look at WrestleMania, and it's just he finally loses the U.S. title. He finally loses to Cena. And he gets upset. Yeah, he gets upset at Lana, and he deservedly should be, because he's done all this. Right, he's been doing all this fighting for you, and then you get in his way. But then he sticks to the plan. He decides he's going to stay loyal to Lana and follow the orders and do what he has to do. But then he tells her, look, I just need you to stay out of the way because I'm doing this for Russia. Blah 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 blah. And then Lana just shows her true colors. This was never about Russia. It was really just all about her. She's the heel.
She got to start kissing other people in the mouth all crazy.
Right. She never kissed Rusev, and apparently they were in a relationship. Was bullshit. I mean, maybe in real life, sure, but in WWE land, they were never in a relationship. That's bullshit. Kayfabe, bullshit. And then, Rusev is just in the back, and he's anguished because now he's broken his foot too. He comes back that first. Remember, he had the all black attire, and he was just sad. He was just there I've lost my woman. I can't.
You back? All right, there you go. You back. Keep going.
All right. He's just I lost my woman. I can't use my foot. Everything sucks. You remember that?
Yeah.
When he came,
he had the sad puppy dog eyes.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, it was so babyface. I loved it. I was like, this is a babyface. He's been babyface this whole time.
Do you think they meant this?
No. They just thought, hey, he's Russian, heel. He's been babyface this whole time, and all they have to do is just do one small, simple thing with him, and they can make him, a pure babyface, and it's fine.
Just have Ziggler be Ziggler.
Yeah, it's a double turn. It's a simple double turn, and they can fix all of this. But yeah, how
did we get to Rusev? He wasn't even on the card.
I don't know. Well, because we needed somebody to interfere in this match.
Right. So we're finished with this match?
Yeah, we're finished with it because Summer Rae doesn't make sense with Rusev. That's why we're finished with it, because Summer Rae doesn't make sense with Rusev.
I think they just like the way that he says woman.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing. They just like the way he says woman, so they stuck him with a woman, so he could just keep saying woman. So then we have the main event.
Yeah.
I greatly expected more offense out of Seth Rollins.
Look, this is actually everything I thought it was going to be.
I figured it would be that way, but at the very same time, we got that good match at Royal Rumble with him, Cena, and Seth. Mm-hmm. So we know that Seth can, compete with Brock. Can put on a show. Let me say that. Can put on a show. We've seen CM Punk do it. Stand toe to toe with Brock.
By the way, that was my other guy. It was CM Punk who's the third guy.
That Cena could have tapped to?
Yeah.
Oh, they would have never done that.
They would have never done it, but it's the guy that they could have done it with and should have done it with.
Now,
but moving on.
So we know that Seth getting in offense on Brock, it would have actually looked entertaining. This was a beating. No, this wasn't even a beating. This was just, like you said, Suplex City. But I was waiting for the part where Seth burned it down. It's still up. It's still there. It's not burnt down. We got a couple of kicks. We got a flip. This dude Brock, he just run up on dudes like he in jail the way he grab them. Is that not what he looks like?
Yeah, but Wiza,
he's smiling and laughing as he does it.
Wiza, I knew this was going to happen.
He just runs up on Seth like, you about to get the whole dick.
Wiza, you were the only person who you sat there and you were like, you don't think Seth's going to win? I'm like, no.
Whoa.
Why? Why the fuck would he win?
No, I wasn't the only one. A lot of people was figuring that he'll find a way to get out of this with the belt.
Sure. Well, will he find a way to get out with the belt? Yeah, but is he beat Brock Lesnar? Fuck out of here. The man just destroyed a car and hurled a fucking car door through the crowd, hit a kid in the face. That man is not losing.
Bork laser.
I'm sorry. That man beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania and then demolished John Cena, who couldn't beat Kevin Owens with 3 AAs tonight. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
Let me do a real quick side note. After we finish reviewing this match, in the comment section, since we have a live comment section,
okay,
we're gonna do rapid fire questions.
Okay.
We're gonna take some rapid fire questions for about 5 minutes. So this has to be fast answers, right?
Okay.
So when we do rapid fire, we just, we're gonna be looking at the chat. We just see whatever questions pop up, we grab and we just go in.
Okay.
All right. So this match, not much to it. I can't really give much to it. There was a bunch of suplexes.
It was
They really need to add more back to Brock because it's getting ridiculous now.
But that's all he has to do to win. So why the fuck would you add anything else?
It is all he has to do to win, but at the same time, it's so boring.
It makes the Brock Lesnar match boring. But
it's not eventful to see him anymore because all he's gonna do is just suplex the guy. Like, okay, what else can you do, Mr. Attraction?
F5.
Oh, then you got an F5. All right.
Would you like to see me destroy a car again?
Could you at least punch the guy? Something, please. Just gonna suplex him over and over and over.
Yeah.
And
you're gonna get the suplex work.
Like now, the only thing that people want to see Brock Lesnar's matches for is just to see how many he's going to do, and everybody in their mind keeps count. That's what Brock Lesnar's matches have become, keeping count of how many suplexes he does.
Yeah, the crowd literally was chanting how many he did it. At one point, they were like 10, 11.
So is he Baron Corbin at this point? What are we doing here? It's just nothing to him.
I just want to see him suplex Undertaker about 50 times.
Taker's getting his win back.
It's so stupid. Why?
All right, so let's just get right to it. So
Brock
was in F5 that happened.
So Brock fucked in the ring for about 10 minutes, and then he was getting his title back. He finally F5 Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins sold death. And then
There
Brock
was a smack to the face after one of those suplexes though, where Seth just landed on his knees.
Yeah, Seth
Smacked the
was
shit out of Seth.
yeah.
Like,
Seth was
the guy
dumb for that one for trying to
definitely-
slap Brock Lesnar. You idiot.
Like when he was sitting up like that, I kind of felt like they was gonna do some type of Roman Reigns-esque thing there.
With Seth Rollins, fuck out of here.
No. The way Roman Reigns was getting beat down, and he's just
and they
sitting there
just started
laughing and
laughing.
like
Okay.
whatever, keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt as though they was about to do that same thing with Seth, and they did it where you got Seth smacking Brock just to provoke him. So in that sense, I mean, just the provoking part of it.
Okay.
That's what I figured. But we knew that wasn't going to last too long.
We do have to talk about this because I swear to God, if I ever hear that Brock Lesnar is in my state, I am moving out of the country.
You think he's going to F5 the state?
Dude, did you see how...
Or suplex the state?
Did you see him clear the barricade?
Oh, God. It didn't get back. The way he got back in the ring, though.
Yes.
Brock is too... Like, Brock is faster than a young Juice and Thunder Liger.
Yeah.
He's faster than a young Ultimo Dragon.
His speed is... How the fuck did this guy not make it in the NFL?
That fast? It's impossible to move that fast at that size.
Yes.
Like, and just the way he leaps things. I didn't know this guy's
not only was he fast, but he leaped over the barricade. It was a clean jump over the barricade.
Can you imagine if this guy never left WWE? I mean, he would be retired by now. He wouldn't still be in the business by now. But could you imagine if he never left? You want to talk about the moon?
He would have held the title for 3, 4, 5 years.
First of all, Undertaker would not have been undefeated this long.
No.
That would have ended.
That would have ended a long time.
I mean, he killed The Rock. Taker would have caught that work. He eventually did. But if Brock stayed, Taker was going to get that work.
Yeah.
A lot of things would have... You wouldn't have Super Cena right now. That won't be a thing.
No. It'd be Super Brock.
I mean, Cena would be up there, but he wouldn't be Super Cena.
No.
He wouldn't be what he is. But yeah, just because they were really pushing him to the moon from the moment he came in. The moment he came in.
So Seth Rollins gets hit with the F5 and sells death, and Brock goes to the cover 1, and then the gong hits. And then all of a sudden, it's like a match didn't happen anymore.
Like everybody evaporated except for Brock.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah,
the referee disappeared. Seth disappeared.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Seth Rollins just got hit with an F5 like 2 seconds ago.
Like, where
he should be, first of all, he should be dead.
Why is he not laying in the ring on his face?
Mm-hmm.
While the dead man is out there.
Right.
And we got to do something with Undertaker shit. Like, we got to find a haircut that works. We got to find one that works. I don't understand these haircuts that he goes through.
Yeah.
Like, the one at WrestleMania, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it looks like, I don't know what he's trying to do right now. Like he's trying to get locks. Maybe he's putting twists in his... I don't know.
He's 50, Wiza.
He also wore a mohawk.
He's putting twist in his hair. Okay.
He wore a mohawk 2 years ago. You want to put past the twist in his hair?
I think he probably does a slick back whenever he's not wrestling.
Maybe he just wears his hat all the time.
Maybe. Who knows? Who cares? Anyway, Taker's back.
And he came to fuck.
I can't buy it.
All right. Run with it.
I'm sorry. I get it.
You're not the only one. People are up in arms about this.
I'm not up in arms about it, but
no, I looked at my Twitter and people in agreement with you that no, this shouldn't be a thing. So let me hear your argument about it, or your side about it, so I can hear their side about it as well.
Okay. Here are a few things that piss me off. First off, the things that legitimately piss me off. One, the ref and Seth Rollins just evaporating. Yeah, they didn't leave.
They went to SmackDown. It didn't happen.
They already started taping Raw and apparently decided to go.
Yeah, they had things to do.
That, because I mean, like, the bell didn't ring. There wasn't, like,
Nothing.
an actual decision. No DQ was called. It was just kind of like, oh, Undertaker's here. All right. Undertaker's here. So, yeah. So Undertaker shows up, and, that was my first problem, was just them not being there. Second, look, I love Taker. I grew up with Taker. I grew up, watching the Ministry of Darkness. I watched him through his American Badass phase when he was rolling down the ring, the Limp Bizkit. It was weird, but it was.
Yeah, I call it pale face, red hair Taker.
You're going back to Big Red to Texas.
I call it that Taker, where you even back. Well, let me not say back, but you fast forward a little bit, where Undertaker disappeared, and then you had Imposter Taker, and then you had Taker versus Taker.
Oh yeah. The really
Taker and Yokozuna casket matches, and the Taker and the Kamalas and Papa Shango, where everybody was characters. Giant Gonzalez. See, I know that Taker, where he no-sold everything.
Right.
Nothing got sold. Now you got Dead Man Taker, who's actually dead.
That's it. It's just, he's dead. Like, I watched him, like, the second Brock got Taker on his shoulders, I'm like, he's going to F5 him, and he's going to die. That is the only logical result here, is that
Taker dies.
He gets F5, and Taker just evaporates, like Seth Rollins and the ref did. He just evaporates.
Hold up, does he evaporate so hard that Seth and the ref appear back on the screen?
Yes. They just got warped to a different dimension. They couldn't come back until
Undertaker died.
Like, Seth Rollins just pops back up, and he's finally getting up from the F5, and he's like, "The fuck just happened?" The ref has no clue Taker's come out at all.
Yo, all right. So here's how it happened. So all right, Brock has Taker up for the F5.
Yeah.
He spins him in the air. The lights go out. When the lights comes back on, you see Seth and the ref, and Seth's like, "What the fuck just happened?" No Undertaker though.
Yeah. No.
Taker's gone. It didn't happen. Taker went back to SmackDown.
And then Taker went back to SmackDown with Teddy Long 10 years ago, and Brock just dangles his tongue out all stupid.
Yeah. There's nobody, when you just said that, there's nobody that heard that didn't see Brock's face with his tongue out. That just had to just warp into everybody's mind as soon as you said it. Just that gift of Brock dangling his tongue out.
Look at it, it was the best thing ever.
That hurt my rib a little bit. He just suplexes Seth for no reason, though.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Just because I
had to change your heart. Let's keep going.
I reloaded. Here's 12 more suplexes.
We got another 15 minutes to work with here.
So yeah, I mean they really did. The show ended
a long time to work with.
So the other problem that I just had was that I watched Undertaker get him up for that Tombstone pile driver, and I just looked and I'm like, Brock's doing all the work here.
Taker was like, the way he was walking was kind of a little bit unstable. I saw his knees and I'm just like, oh no. I don't want to see him work a match with Brock Lesnar. They won't have WrestleMania. That's not going to happen at WrestleMania. No, I legitimately am afraid for Taker getting in the ring with Lesnar. I understand. I think that they're going to have Taker because here's the thing. This is WWE. Don't forget. Right. So here's the thing. They have to find a way to humanize Brock first off. And that's Taker. Because the last time Brock looked human was against Taker. Yeah. Even though Taker was completely beaten, from the start. You just know that there was going to be another match with these two because we just got nothing from Taker after that match. He just disappeared into oblivion. He went to SmackDown. And when he came back, he was against Bray. But we never got a word on him about Lesnar.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, we got a clean finish, but what's the payoff here?
Yeah.
And they're going to give Taker, this match back because he's the only one that can make Brock look human, and they're basing it off of character, not off of the person.
Right. And what's scaring me about that is
You're
that
worried about if it's going to be a good match or not.
It's
not.
It's not, because I just look at Taker's knees and I'm like,
I mean, if they could structure a match in which they don't really have to use Taker's knees, they might be fine.
If Taker,
if they could get, well, that won't work. Like logistically, that won't work because Brock's ground game. You go to UFC, I mean, he would fucking destroy him. But that would be a good way to put that triangle choke on. Or the Undertaker lock, if they want to call it that, since they don't want to call things chokes anymore.
Mm-hmm. Hell's Gate is what they call that.
Okay, they'll still let it happen?
Yeah.
All right, I'll roll with it.
I'm just scared because I'm like, I that's all I saw was that I just saw his knees and I'm like, he can't really walk. Like, it's not going to be a good match. First of all, it's not going to be a good match. And second, I'm just watching and I'm like, he's going to have to lose. That's the worst part.
You talking about Brock or Taker?
Yeah, and I'm watching, I just got finished watching Brock suplex a young man in his 20s. Suplex him all stupid across the ring. Arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world. One of the best. I didn't say the best. One of the best wrestlers in the world. Suplex him like he's a rag doll. Hop over a barricade. Destroy a car.
Throw the car and the stage into the audience.
And now I have to watch him wrestle and lose to a guy who looks like he can't walk right now. And that's not good. It doesn't look right to me. And I understand that they're going for the character, the Undertaker.
Oh no, I agree. I agree with you.
But that's like bringing the character Hulk Hogan to come back and beat Cena. Like, it just no. it doesn't work.
Well, no, because Hogan, he can't walk at all.
Right.
Hogan has no business being in the ring.
Like, how is he gonna drop the leg?
Oh God, if he drops that leg, he's not getting up.
No, exactly.
That's not gonna happen.
He's gonna be Vince McMahon at the Royal Rumble in 2004 or 2005. I can't remember. Which one did he tear his quad in? I can't remember.
Hold on. So Taker's gonna be Quad McMahon. He's gonna be Quad McMahon. All right. Somebody just tweeted me a picture of Brock Lesnar suplexing America.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna retweet this. He's literally suplexing America.
He suplexed America, though.
I just retweeted it.
Oh my God!
Alaska too. Hawaii too.
I'm done. Why? Why?
Look at how legit it looks, though.
Yeah.
Brock is putting strength into this.
Oh my God!
There's a sneaker there. There's a sneaker next to California.
I just saw it. It took me a minute. Okay, so he's suplexing Cena, but it's really the United States.
This is the thing here. This is real.
So yeah, I mean, those are my gripes with it. It's not that Undertaker's back. No, that's not why I'm. It's more.
I'd much rather see Triple H have something to do with this.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I was waiting for too. It was a health concern for Taker, and it was just, well, what the fuck? There was a match, dude. I mean, can we get some closure here? Anything? No? Okay.
And he's never going to go after Seth again. There's your closure.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like...
And this is also their way of still protecting Brock, in a sense.
Right. Which now makes me think, who's next in line for Seth?
Yeah, who can
Because
you
right
put
now
over
it's
with
looking
at
like
SummerSlam?
no one. What are you gonna do? Go back to Dean Ambrose again?
Hmm. Well, we'll see how things unfold on Raw. Because I have nothing. I have nothing for Seth.
I know I keep hearing
Kane, you
that.
can't do him and Kane at SummerSlam. That's
Oh my
out.
God, no!
That
Why?
is not gonna happen.
There's no way in hell. Okay, yeah, because I imagine Ambrose is going to be teaming with Reigns to help
Yeah,
him.
Dean got things to do.
Yeah, there's no. Who's the other top babyface that's going to?
Rusev,
No, because he wants the U.S. title right now.
he should want the world title. Do it for Mother Russia. He can't do it for Mother Russia.
I'm seriously trying to think of like what other baby faces are there, and there aren't any.
No, there aren't any.
Shit. I mean, maybe Triple H will just fight him. I don't know.
They've dropped the ball on making that happen.
They really have, because I don't see how it can happen now.
Nope.
Because Triple H has pretty much just said, "Show them," and now he's shown them. So now Triple H should be happy, right?
Show them.
I'm the game. I'm the greatest motivator on planet Earth.
Oh my goodness! I just went through all that and I didn't get my R long. I'm turning this game off. All right. So a little rapid fire here. Because I have nothing else more on the Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean, are your thoughts the same on that whole Brock Undertaker segment?
I'm just not really thinking about it.
Me neither. I'm just like I'm not crazy to see Brock Taker. I don't want to see that.
I just figured he's gonna get his win back, and that's gonna be the end of it.
Cool. Yeah,
he's gonna leave for a little while. All right, rapid fire question time. We got 5. We'll give you guys till 1 o'clock. So you got 7 minutes. Send in your questions. We're gonna answer them as many as we can, as fast as we can, within the allowed time frame. Before I shut this mother sucker down. So let's get them. I'm looking in the chat. You're gonna do it in the YouTube chat, not on Twitter, but the YouTube chat. All right, I think we got one. Seth, who is heel, goes against Brock, who's babyface. Undertaker interrupts to beat up Brock. Is Taker heel or face, or just fuck it? Taker is God.
Yeah, Taker is Taker. Who cares?
Yeah, Taker's God mode. So
Brock is going to be the heel. Brock is playing the heel here because I mean now it kind of makes sense why they were cutting the.
I don't even think that they're doing like heel face in this one. It's
true, because there really isn't.
I think Brock is going to continue to play the way that he's been playing, which is just
I destroyed guys.
But the guy's an ass kicker, and that's going to be his thing.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the reason why they cut the promo that way was the setup for they kept calling baby brother to Kane and making fun of Kane, and then they destroyed Kane, and then. It kept getting heat on Taker. This is pretty much it. Yeah. So I mean, sure, he'll play as the heel in the ring, but in terms of face and heel, it doesn't matter. It's Brock and Taker.
Rapid fire. All right. Where do you see the Divas division going in the future? Nowhere until proven different.
Nowhere until it's off Nikki Bella.
Kane attacks Taker? No.
No.
Let me see. Whoa. I
0 chance.
So much.
Can you book emo racist Rusev gimmick now?
We can't do that right now.
Not yet, no.
He's baby emo racist Rusev. Your favorite WrestleMania? Don't have the time right now.
Yeah, that's too hard to get into.
What do you think? I'm looking at question marks, so I'm probably going to be missing some questions.
What do you think WWE would do with Cesaro?
Give him a little push and see how he does with it.
Yeah, U.S. title run for now. Not title run, sorry, but title. They want him in the feud. Yeah, the picture.
Doesn't this make Taker look like a sore loser? No.
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 I mean, he has a reason. I mean, he just terrorized Kane, and
they're revisiting the story.
Right.
The story that had no legit ending.
Yeah. Do you think it will be Sheamus versus Brock? Oh, fuck no.
Nah.
Those two are never touching each other.
All right, I'm trying to see where were we? Sore loser.
Rollins versus Lesnar versus Taker at SummerSlam? No, Rollins is going to be no part of that.
Oh, hell. That actually would make sense, though. If you want to preserve Taker and not have him take too much damage and not carry a match where all the focus is on him, then you do that match. Will it happen? I don't think so.
Yeah. That's where I'm going with that. Is that it's not going to happen
Because Rollins don't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, no. Rollins is
He
like,
just saved his ass. He saved the title run.
Thanks, Taker. Bye.
What happens with the U.S. title? What happens with the IC title?
The IC title burns in fire, and the U.S. title continues to probably be the more interesting title on the entire program, actually.
I don't even think it's really all that interesting outside of the feuds to get to the number one contendership.
They put on
the actual matches with Cena in them have now become, we know it's going to be LOL Cena wins. That has not changed. It's only been covered up.
That has not changed, correct, but I think they're going to find a way to get Cena out of that picture. And then, I mean, you look at the matches that Rusev, Cesaro, and Kevin Owens have put on together. I mean, they can work. They put on like 20-minute matches with them. They don't do anything like that with the IC title. The IC title picture looks like a joke.
It's Miz. All right. Do you think they reunite the Brothers of Destruction?
No.
I think it's a possibility.
I mean, they might like stand together, but I don't think they're gonna like be doing anything.
Do you think Kevin Owens will ever be WWE champ?
Yes.
What's next for Owens if he's done with the US, which I doubt he is?
Getting
Start
wins.
feuding with other guys is trying to go for the title too. I mean, that's just what. No, what do I think is next? They're gonna keep him with Cena. They'll keep him with Cena. Does it make sense storyline wise? No. Why is it? What about Cesaro? We answered that one.
So was only used to give Taker his power back at Mania for Brock now? Yeah, what's weird. I'm not ignoring the question, but I would think that if anybody would want to be a Taker right now, it would be Bray.
All right, you're not gonna understand that next message that's there that says orange splooge. I'm going to link you to that.
Okay.
It's to die for. Hilarious. Let me see. Should Sheamus go back to his old theme?
No.
Sheamus should go back to the Sheamus that he was when he very first came to WWE. We should get that Sheamus, that heel Sheamus. What do you guys think about Eric Rowan going to ROH? All right, move on. Book Emo Rusev. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to say this correctly. Book Emo Race's Rusev gimmick now. We have 1 more minute, Blackjack. Will Jeff Hardy ever return?
No. Well, I mean, Hall of Fame maybe.
Yeah, that's about it. Sting is current because he's way up there in age.
Yeah.
Too long to answer that. Sting is currently rumored to face Seth at SummerSlam for the title.
Why?
All right, already. Do you think Sting is ever going to be? I'm seeing words now. Do you think Sting is going to be on Raw tomorrow or later or never?
Why is he still a thing?
They were talking about him being at SummerSlam.
Okay.
When does Sheamus cash in? Probably next year sometime. You?
Maybe he cashes in on Sting.
Roman and Seth at SummerSlam.
That's a good transition.
Wait.
No.
Wait. You know what? We're gonna end it there. We're gonna end it there. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. We're gonna end it